Good news, my boyfriend and I were finally going to go public with our relationship. Bad news, he suddenly has amnesia and everything has to start over from scratch. It took me 8 years to finally get to his side. Now I simply can't afford another 8 years, so I decided to break up with him. But when I went to see him one last time, he actually blushed the moment he looked at me. Did you get your memory back? I asked, bewildered. He shook his head and said bashfully, no, but the books say that a domineering CEO like me is bound to fall for a beautiful, considerate darling like you in the end, so I'm just rehearsing ahead of time. My face contorted as I looked at the man on the hospital bed, nearly 190 centimeters tall with a mature, sharp face. What domineering CEO? What beautiful darling? What kind of mess is this? I'm a man, I kindly reminded him. And I'm your secretary. That stuff in your books doesn't apply to us? He immediately frowned, looking just as fierce as he used to. But a second later he pulled a gaudy, colorful book from under his pillow to argue his point. Why wouldn't it apply? We're exactly like the pair in this book. I took the book from him. On the cover, bold letters screamed, the domineering CEO and his pretty secretary. My eyelid twitched. This was a bad sign. I flipped through a few pages and a thick, old-school romance vibe hit me so hard I had to close it to catch my breath. He grabbed the little secretary's chin, his voice low and husky. You belong to me. He furrowed his sexy brows. Man, you're playing with fire. God, someone save my eyes. Jiang Ziqi, where did you get this trash? It's not trash. He snapped the book back, frowning deeper. I sighed. Fine, it's not trash. But that story isn't ours. Because I'm resigning and you're about to marry someone else. Marriage? Me? I felt a pang of bitterness. I reached out to tidy his hair and straighten his collar. Yeah, haven't you heard? Your parents are already looking for a bride for you. Too fearing their son might not recover, Jiang Ziqi's parents decided to plan ahead and find a good daughter-in-law to help with the family business. Now Jiang Ziqi's memory has been reset to factory settings. He's straight again and doesn't remember a single thing about us. If I rushed in now and said, I'm your boyfriend, don't marry another woman, I'd probably be kicked out as a lunatic. Not to mention what his parents would think. They'd likely be relieved their son forgot the bad gay guy who turned him. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I snapped back to reality and looked at him. Jiang Ziqi looked stern, hands crossed, looking like he was presiding over a major board meeting. Logically, the vicious female second lead shouldn't appear this early. What is he even talking about? There's no vicious female lead. Your parents are finding you perfectly good girls. When you fall for someone later, watch your temper. Don't yell all day and don't be so clingy. Not everyone can handle your neediness. I felt like a widow leaving her child to a guardian, swallowing my internal struggle just hoping he'd be okay. Jiang Ziqi, don't blame me. How many 8 years does one have in a lifetime to walk back to your side? 3, are you? Planning to run away with the ball right now? The emotional atmosphere I'd built shattered instantly. What? What? You know, like in The Wealthy Husband, Mrs. Jiang's triplets? Are we moving too fast? I haven't even done this and that with you yet, and you're already running away with the baby? TCH. Jiang Ziqi, are you sure you lost your memory and didn't just lose your mind? He glanced at me and lowered his head. Somehow, I saw a hint of grievance in his eyes. You have such a sharp tongue. I looked at the man pouting and fiddling with his fingers, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. He used to say that all the time, but he'd always lean in for a kiss afterward. Even if it's poisonous, I still love kissing it, was his usual way of surrendering whenever I was about to scold him. Yes, I'm sharp-tongued. So I'll stop bothering you and leave, okay? I hadn't even moved yet when he grabbed my sleeve. No, I like you even if you're sharp-tongued. The book says that's your personality, that's why I like you? Sometimes you just have to laugh when you're speechless. I snatched the book and smacked him on the head with it. Forget about liking or not liking. Taking this book away is what's important. He held onto my sleeve with one hand while desperately reaching for the book with the other. It was stubborn and clumsy, almost childish. Having always seen him serious, powerful, and mature, this version was actually quite refreshing.